Hello, a beautiful Sunday to you all. A fresh gun battle has erupted in Nigerian southeast, ending with the death of 3 armed men, the recovery of military-grade weapons and explosives, and raising fresh questions about the growing security challenge confronting the region. According to Daily Post, Nigerian troops operating under Sector 5 of Joint Task Force Southeast Operation Udoka carried out a coordinated intelligence-led operation that resulted in the neutralization of 3 suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network, ESN. The operation, conducted alongside other security agencies, unfolded in Anambra State after intelligence reports allegedly indicated that armed men were preparing to carry out violent attacks while disguised as Nigerian security personnel. The military says the suspects had allegedly been wearing military camouflage and Nigerian police uniforms to deceive members of the public and launch attacks while pretending to be legitimate security operatives. According to the Army headquarters, security agencies received credible intelligence about the movements of the group and immediately launched a coordinated operation to intercept them before any planned attack could be carried out. The joint security team reportedly tracked the suspects along the Oboji Ajali Axis in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State. Authorities say the suspects were traveling inside a white Toyota Sienna vehicle when security forces intercepted them. What followed, according to the military, was an intense exchange of gunfire. Troops say the armed men resisted arrest and opened fire, leading to a fierce gun battle that ended with 3 of the suspected operatives being killed during the confrontation. Following the firefight, security personnel immediately secured the area and began conducting an extensive search of both the vehicle and the surrounding environment. The discoveries that followed highlighted the seriousness of the operation. According to the Nigerian Army, troops recovered a PKM general purpose machine gun loaded with 53 rounds of ammunition. Security forces also recovered 2 AK-47 assault rifles together with additional rounds of both 7.62 mm and 5.56 mm ammunition. Perhaps even more concerning was the recovery of 4 impulsive explosive devices, commonly known as IEDs. These homemade explosives have increasingly become a major concern for security agencies because they can be used against both civilians and security personnel, causing devastating casualties. In addition to the weapons and explosives, the military also recovered communication equipment believed to have been used by the suspects during their operations. A laptop was also seized during the operation, alongside a Toyota Sienna vehicle, in which the suspects were traveling. Authorities further disclosed that identification documents and financial records allegedly linked to the suspected members of the group were also recovered. Investigators are now expected to examine these materials carefully to determine whether they could provide intelligence on other individuals or networks connected to the operation. Although the military has announced a successful operation, authorities have not released the identities of the deceased suspects. It also remains unclear whether additional suspects managed to escape during the exchange of gunfire or whether further arrests are expected in connection with the recovered documents. The latest operation comes as the security agencies continue to intensify operations across several parts of Nigeria's southeast. In recent months, military operations have increasingly focused on disrupting armed groups, recovering illegal weapons, and dismantling camps believed to be used by criminal elements operating within forested areas. Security officials argue that intelligence-led operations have become one of the most effective strategies for preventing attacks before they occur. Rather than waiting to respond after incidents happen, security agencies say they are placing greater emphasis on gathering intelligence, monitoring suspicious movements, and intercepting armed groups before planned operations can be carried out. The recovery of military uniforms and police uniforms has also remained a growing concern for security agencies across Nigeria. Authorities have repeatedly warned that criminals disguising themselves as security personnel make it increasingly difficult for civilians to distinguish between genuine officers and armed criminal groups. This only places innocent citizens at greater risk, but also undermines public confidence in legitimate security operations. For investigators, the recovered laptop, communication devices, and financial documents may prove just as valuable as the weapons themselves. Digital evidence often provides important information about operational planning, financial transactions, communications, and possible collaborators. Security experts say such intelligence can help identify wider networks that may remain active beyond those directly involved in the gun battle. Meanwhile, residents across parts of Anambra and neighboring states continue to hope that sustained security operations will help reduce violence and improve safety across the region. However, analysts also warn that military operations alone may not completely resolve the underlying security challenges without continued intelligence gathering, cooperation from local communities, and effective law enforcement. As investigations continue, Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether the information recovered during this operation leads to additional arrests or further security breakthroughs. The Nigerian Army maintains that the operation represents another significant step in its ongoing effort to disrupt armed criminal activities, recover illegal weapons, and improve security across the southeast. What do you think about this latest security operation? Do you believe intelligence-led operation can significantly reduce armed violence across Nigeria? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this report informative, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this report with your family and friends. I'm Chidera Isom. Thank you for watching. Do have a beautiful day.